Hey, Wellness Pointe family, it's Dr. Chad. It's that time of the year again to share some December news. It's a great time of the year, but remember this. The top 3 days people die are December 24th, the 25th, and New Year's. It's insane. But why is that? It's because of the accumulation of stress damage over time. It's putting our health off until next year. It's that time of the year where you can either be your greatest friend or your worst enemy. And in this office, our health should be our friend. It's the culmination of good health over a lifelong time that will result in your fairy tale ending. So what's the vision for the Wellness Point in 2017? Our goal is to double the amount of people that we reach every week with the gift of chiropractic. That means going from 350 to 400 spines detected and corrected every single week to over 700. That means reaching more people with the message of how the body is designed to heal, function, perform, and operate. That means reconnecting people with their greatness. You see, what education, society, and the media has done is this. They have distracted you and distorted the truth. There comes a time in all of our lives where we forget we were the miracle. That same miracle of creating wisdom and healing inside of our mother's womb, somehow, some way, that's lost after we're birthed. And people start relying on drugs and surgery in order to get well and stay healthy. And all those things don't have any healing capabilities whatsoever. The healing potential has been and still is right inside each and every single one of us. So what's stopping people from reaching their greatness? Every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and Saturday at noon, right in this month during December, except for the week of Christmas, we'll be teaching orientation class. It's a great time. It's always fun. It's one of my most favorite things to do. So if you think that RYFing too much is a problem for me, it's really not. I really enjoy it. So please invite all your friends and family members who haven't heard this presentation and let them learn the truth about health and healing so that they can make a decision for themselves. Closings this month. Christmas falls on the weekend, so we'll be closed Saturday, Sunday, and the following Monday, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So that's your December news. Don't treat this like an end of the year. See, I never see December as the end of something. I think way too many people do that, from work to the holidays to taxes. Everybody feels like they want to wind down. So treat this like any other amazing month. Every month should feel like this. But it doesn't, right? You see, there's no such thing as a resolution. What is a resolution? It's just an excuse to not do it today. So whatever you're going to do, just do it now so you don't have another month of cumulative stress and more bad habits to try to unwind in January. See, a resolution is something that you know you should be doing, that you could be doing, you're fully capable of it, you want to do it, but you haven't, or you just don't. It's something that we think we have time for. And just imagine if Sally, who knew she needed to lose weight, but kept pushing it off because she thought she had time, and in 3 years, she had a massive heart attack. Just imagine if Bobby, who had a terrible, terrible drinking habit and really poor relationships, who was gonna make that difference, who was gonna make that change on the first of the year, but he didn't. So what happened? Well, it led to havoc in his life, havoc in his relationship, havoc in his home, and it led to a divorce. His kids were torn apart, his family was torn apart, and his ex-wife experienced trust issues for the rest of her life. So never underestimate those small errors in judgment on a daily basis. Our choices dictate the destination that we're going. So don't wait to January to make a choice to better your life. Do it today. There's nothing special about January. You are the miracle. Now, I'm going to leave you guys with a quick little story that I had with my friend. I saw him, this was back in 2011. It was like 3 years after all of that crazy 2008 economic stuff. And he said to me, Dr. C, this year I'm going to make a ton of money and I'm going to lose a ton of weight. And I said, that's great, that's awesome. If you need some help or support, you just let me know. At the end of 2012, I see him again, and he says, this year hasn't been exactly what I wanted it to be, but next year I'm telling you, Dr. C, I'm going to make a ton of what? And I'm going to lose a ton of weight. And I said, of course you are. If you want to do it, you can do it. If you need some help, just let me know. At the end of 2012, I get a phone call from my friend, and I'm fairly optimistic, and I think he's going to share a huge success story with me, and what he's done the last year has been great for him. And he says, Dr. C, the last 2 years have been the worst years yet. He's got excuse after excuse after excuse, circumstance after circumstance after circumstance. But he says, I'm telling you, man, 2013 is going to be my year. I'm going to make a ton of what? A ton of money, and I'm going to lose a ton of weight. And I said, that's great. But there's some good news and some bad news. And the good news is this. Yes, you can make a ton of money, and you can lose a ton of weight. Anyone can do that despite their circumstances. But the bad news is this. Life doesn't give you what you want. Life gives you what you're committed to. So unless you're committed, unless you set your sail to the wind rather than just being pushed around by it or having your boat flipped over, you're not going to get it. But when you're committed, that's when resolve happens. That's when progress happens. Whatever it is you want in your life, whatever it is you want this year, do you want a great marriage? Do you want great finances? Do you want to be good at your finances? Do you want great relationships? Do you want a great family life? Do you want great health? You see, it doesn't matter what you want until you get committed. 100% committed. You see, the blame game is the easiest game and the most popular game to play because it's easier to justify our failures rather than taking responsibility for them. So start getting committed to your health, to your family, to your marriage. Take full responsibility. You see, you guys are like family to me. I bend over all day long, adjusting, serving, and giving to you. I do just about anything for you. Just ask my wife. And all I'm asking you is for you to commit to helping more people this year and bring this community together. I'm 100% committed because that's what's going to take for me to get my fairy tale ending. Are you committed?